Good morning, Patrick here from Complete Health. And I just wanted to ask, have you ever noticed a change in your posture? Have you ever noticed that you're a slumper? Have you ever noticed that you've got an anterior pelvic tilt? Have you noticed that you have got a lean towards one side? Have you ever noticed that your head tilts towards one side, or you twist, or you turn? Because all of these things are measurable. And the reason I say that they're all measurable is that we have been measuring these sorts of dysfunctions in our clinic for the last roughly 1.5 to 2 years. And we have measured probably now thousands of different people's posture coming through our clinic, our chiropractic clinic, for asymmetries, for pelvic tilts, for slumpy posture, for forward head posture. And the changes that we have seen in some of these people have been astounding. Now, the reason why we obviously check this with every single patient is that posture can be a really good gateway to understanding what joint, muscle, and nerve health is like. So that's joint, muscle, and nerve health is like. Let me just explain. Say, for example, the head is starting to carry forward. So we've got that slumped forward head posture. What we know is the muscles around the fronts of the chest are starting to come tight. The muscles in the back of the neck are starting to become tight. Things like the muscles in the front of the neck can certainly become weak, and the ones between the shoulder blades can start to become weak. Now, in that process, the joints will change position. The muscles will change length, and therefore the brain and nerves sending signals to those tissues will also change. So when we look at rehabilitating a patient, yes, we're looking at stretching muscles. Yes, we're looking at repositioning joints, but really the main focus of chiropractic is to retrain the brain and the nerve system. And when we look at asymmetries, so when someone is doing something different on one side versus the other, and we look at slumped postures or forward pelvic tilt, we are looking at changes in the neuromusculoskeletal system, so nerves, muscles, and skeleton, and looking at actually correcting position, bony, nerve pathways, and signals to muscles and bones, as well as the muscles themselves. Now, we've, like I said, been doing this for roughly 1.5 to 2 years, and I can almost guarantee with pretty much every single patient I've ever seen go through 6 to 12 weeks of care, there has almost never been some sort of change in someone's posture or position. Now, is it always perfect after 6 to 12 weeks? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There are some people we are fighting a constant uphill battle with. E.g., if someone sits in a desk for 8 hours a day and they come in once a week for 6 weeks, is that person going to be perfect? Because the likelihood is, even at a half an hour to an hour of therapy, even if we did it for that length of time, we're fighting against 8 hours, 5 days a week. 8 hours, 5 days a week versus one therapy session a week. Which one's going to win? And the reality of it is true that we have to be consistent with the changes that we want to make on our body if we're going to make a difference. So we've been measuring this now with thousands of patients, and I can quite safely say with most of our patients, we can see anywhere between a 40 and in certain cases, I've seen up to an 80% change in someone's posture through measurable charts using photo analyzation to show patients how much their posture can actually change. Now, interestingly enough, what we started doing last year was free posture checks in the clinic. So this was for patients that were not active with us yet. So people that are not active with us, they could come in, they could have these photos done completely free of charge, just have a check and see what's going on, and just make sure that their problem, they may have a problem already, is not linked to something like their posture, or their problem is not going to become problematic in the future. So e.g., some people might come and see us and they've already got back pain, neck pain, and they want to check to see if their posture is causing the problem. Or some people know that they've got a change in posture, but they want to make sure that this change in posture is not going to affect their back pain or neck pain in the future. Because what we know is changes in posture almost always at some point is going to lead into some sort of mechanical change in joints, muscles, nerves. And as a result, very often results in changes in function and eventually dysfunction and potentially degeneration of joints in the spine. So if you want to take advantage of these free checks, we are running one again in a couple of weeks' time. Our advert went live yesterday. All you have to do is book a ticket. Now, the reason why we're obviously booking tickets for these events is, like everything at the moment, we are restricted to the number of people we can have in our clinic. So these are specifically booked ticket events, which means you have to go over to Eventbrite. Now, there is no charge for the ticket, but you have to book a space. You book your ticket, we will get in contact with you, we will create a slot for you, and we will do the check for you completely free of charge. So if you have friends and family that want to know a little bit more, but they're not ready to commit to a full examination yet, then there is the option of having the check first, meeting the chiropractor, seeing if their posture is the problem, and then we can obviously discuss whether we are the right route or what the best option is going to be for them. So like I say, if you want to know a little bit more about your posture, maybe you want to know a little bit about why you might be developing some problems, these free 15-minute checks are ideal for getting to know that. So they will be linked, and they are on our Facebook page at the moment. I will try and pin them to the top of our Facebook page, but there is a video of just me talking about one of these events, and then there's just a link through to Eventbrite, which is where you book your ticket, and we'll get in touch and we will book that slot for you. And like I say, completely free of charge. And for any patient that's been in the clinic, they will already know that we will check their posture somewhere between every 6 and 12 weeks. 1, to show the progress at the beginning. 2, to see that we've stabilized it. And then 3, in the future, we're maintaining it long term. So we're not just going in and out of having really bad posture, so these problems don't come back. And this is why the majority of our clients will stay with us on a semi-regular basis to make sure that their problems do not return. We're trying to make sure that once we've fixed it, that's where we want to keep it. And so we'll always look at exercise, we'll always look at stretching, we'll always look at these things to try and maintain the position once we've got it there. So like I say, need any more advice, leave a comment below. If you want to book onto the event, like I say, there are going to be adverts floating around on Facebook. So if you see them and you want to take the opportunity, please book. Like I say, we cannot just have people turn up on the day because of the current situation. Hopefully in the future we'll be able to do more of an open day, but right now we're actually going to have to stay with bookings. And you are entitled to come to these things because, like with an initial consultation, this is a health consultation. You are looking at a health concern, and right now COVID restrictions are not saying that you cannot attend appointments for health reasons. So whilst we're all still locked down, it might be the best opportunity to take care of your health. We'll see you in the clinic soon. And if you, like I say, you want to take advantage, please book ASAP, because we are limited to how many spaces we can take. Till tomorrow, take care for now.